in this game, getting through the door is actually very important, because if you don't get through the door, then you don't get the opportunity for somebody to talk to you. My name is Awuondo. I'm a banker and have been involved in the banking industry for just over 30 years now. I initially trained as a chartered accountant after graduating from University of Nairobi, and my transition into banking essentially took place sometimes in the 80s. For me, I think it's always a question of determining whether the cup is half full or half empty. And I think that for men, the focus tends to be, I can do anything. But for the woman, the tendency is to think that unless I have 100%, I cannot move forward on some of the opportunities which are available. But my experience over the last 30 years in banking, I've worked with some extremely accomplished ladies who have done a fantastic job. There's a large part of that, of looking at yourselves as not being sufficiently capable, even when you have some of the basic requirements which can actually get you through the door. And in this game, getting through the door is actually very important, because if you don't get through the door, then you don't get the opportunity for somebody to talk to you. I sit and serve on several boards, and that is something I experience on on a very regular basis. Sometimes I call it the voice of reason. Sometimes an adulterated input into issues where we as men tend to think that it must be done in this way, and suddenly somebody asks you, look, have you thought about doing it in this way? Have you thought about these other considerations which are important? They are sometimes not necessarily gender driven, but what they do is actually just bring us back to a reasonable conversation, and ensure that in whatever decision we are taking, we are basically looking at diversity in a much broader perspective.